Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Alphavets Thursday night with my best friend, Chris.
Hey, you're my best friend.
What's up, everybody? How we doing today? A lot of good stuff happening, yeah? Huh? Everyone got a little,
yeah.
little chipper?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
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 All
A little
right.
bit. A little bit. It's yeah, lots to talk about. Lots of stuff to marinate on. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hello. Hello.
A lot of thoughts.
Everybody. Yes, a lot of
What
thoughts.
it do?
Hello, everybody on Rumble, Sandy and Godwin's on YouTube. Thanks for chiming in. YouTube. Let's keep growing it because I don't think we're going to get our old channel back.
Nope, it's not gonna happen. They're like, and you know what's crazy, Israel, is we didn't of course that was at the height of COVID. I mean, but I don't feel like, other than telling the truth, we did anything wrong. Oh, we didn't do anything wrong, man. We just told the truth.
Yeah, we didn't. It was a very sensitive time. Throughout this world. It was the heart of COVID. There was a lot of stuff about the 2020 election. Yeah, let's just say YouTube wasn't very happy. Holly, hello. Rock, hello. Joanna, let's see, you got people on YouTube. All right, I'm liking this. How I can see everybody now. This is cool.
Word.
I like this.
Yeah. Let's go, YouTube.
Let's go, YouTube.
Yeah. We love you on Rumble too. I'm just saying, it's just nice to. Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad that we have to get excited about not being censored? Like, how crazy is that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, jury's still out. Jury's still out. Say one thing, do another kind of thing. I'll believe it when I see it. But it's crazy that we get giddy because, oh my, you mean I can actually say something and not get what? That's amazing.
I'm just like, ever since I started putting a little more effort into YouTube, like actually doing stuff with it, making shorts and stuff like that. It's like actually watching it grow. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
So yeah,
because we were doing good before. We were doing really good before.
Dude, we hit 6,000 in our first 3 months on YouTube. Yeah. And then you got the axe.
We're like, can't have that. Can't have that. Can't have it.
And even though they're like, yeah, we're gonna allow some to get their channels back and blah 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 blah. I can't even log in. I get to like the email part and it's like your account's never coming back. And it's just a white screen with this little message. It's like, don't even try.
It's just saying that meme. It's like, you're done. You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
I can't appeal it. I can't do nothing. So we grow the one we have.
Well, they even admitted that some people aren't getting their accounts back. Just like on Twitter when we all got purged. I forgot how many accounts I was at before. I was just like, I remember showing my boss that day. I was like, hey man, I'm being censored by my very own government. He's like, whatever. So I go, watch this. I literally sat there with him, created a whole new Facebook profile, or not Facebook, Twitter. And as soon as I went active, first thing I did was go follow General Flynn. Boom, you're suspended. I'm like, less than 5 minutes. I said, you don't think I'm being censored? They have my IP address, bro. They know when it's me trying to create another account. Because, after 8 or 9, they're like, okay, we're just going to have to send him a clear message. He followed. Yep, it's him. Follow General Flynn. He's out. Gotta go.
Yeah.
But we get excited about getting our voices back. It shouldn't be that way.
I don't know. No,
when I encourage the other side to keep talking.
Yeah.
Please keep talking. I do too. I love it.
Just keep talking.
I do not get offended by anything these people say. Absolutely nothing. Right away, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, just what? You say what? Men could be women? Oh, yeah, keep talking. Keep talking.
That's right. That's right.
Just saying. Yeah. A lot happened in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
It's been, especially today, of course, I'm like, of course they'd wait till 2 hours before the show to drop this. Now I got to go try and find the freaking indictment. I got to get
It wasn't even 2 hours, bro. It was like an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah. But it's all good. It's all good.
It is all good because we kind of already know what they're. I have theories too.
Good.
I was already looking at drops and stuff. I was like, yeah, okay. Makes sense. Makes total sense.
Total sense that they got probably the biggest weasel of them all. Just a spineless little simp. It makes sense that they started with him. Yeah. And there were a couple, Joel Lang, there were a couple of accounts of like it makes total sense that they would start with James Comey. Total sense. Plus, Q told us. And I think that I'll bet you money the next one's going to be Brennan.
Oh, let's go.
Maybe. I think the next one's Brennan. You know why? Because he's a weasel too. He's a weak, simpy weasel. And you go after the simps first because, well, they crush under pressure.
Well, that's what I'm no specialist or anything. But that's what I would do. I would go after the people around like Hillary and Obama and just kind of take them out one by one,
Right. Because we all know. So what do they get him for? Lying to Congress and obstruction of justice.
Correct.
False statements. Weak when compared to what we know he's actually guilty of. There's more than just lying, perjury, and obstruction. So you hit him with that, and you get him in there. Mind you, they don't have to do much work, because John Durham's already done it. Remember, John Durham laid it all out when is it starting to make sense to everybody, like what they've done, the roadmap? And this is, this is a big one, but at the same time, big yet still small.
Yeah, I still remember when we were watching the Durham testimony, and the guy asked him, he's like, "So you mean to tell me that Obama knew about this, Brennan knew about this, Comey knew about this?" And Durham just looks, he's like, "Well, I can tell you what the facts are." And basically it's up to you guys to decide.
Yeah.
So, yep. Just laid it out.
And I would just like to point out to the left, see, we celebrate justice, not murder. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to work, right?
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
The heavenly warrior wages war through justice.
You know that's my verse, Revelation 19:11. You know it's my favorite.
I know it.
With justice.
With justice.
He judges
faithful
and
and true.
war. Yes, old faithful and true warrior. That's spirit.
That's right. Well,
yeah, there's a lot of spirits tangling right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So get some prayer going and then just, send it.
Send it. You want to pray? You want me to pray?
I can pray. I can pray all day. What do you want? You got any specifics? You want me to pray for you?
No, no. I'm good. I am blessed. I said it today. I told you I greet everybody a lot of times. Like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm blessed and highly favored, man. It's got me saying that. Blessed and highly favored. And the guy today, I love when it catches him like, oh, yeah, you keep thinking that way. And that's exactly how it's going to be. And I'm like, that's right.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. We're just going to pray for the nation, man. We need it right now. I think things are about to get.
I was standing next to someone the other a couple weeks ago, actually. But I was just in there talking, and I was like, "Yeah, money comes to me frequently and often." He's like, "Ooh, I like that."
That's what I did. First time is it was your dad who said it, and you were like, "Yeah, he says that all the time," and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm using that. It's like, ooh, I like it.
Ooh, okay,
yeah, send it,
right, send it."
All right, man.
All right.
Send it. Let's let her rip, Tater Chip.
Heavenly Father, we come before you in the name of Jesus. We just thank you so much for everything you're doing throughout this nation and throughout our individual lives. We thank you for bringing us through the fire, and everything is leading up to these points where there's so much turnaround that's going to happen. We can see it, we can sense it, we can feel it within our spirit that the tide is turning. And we just thank you for it, because without you, none of this is possible. Nothing. We just continue to declare and proclaim against the enemy that is standing in the way of anything that is trying to come into our lives. That is from the heavens. We just remove them in Jesus' name, and we thank you for it. We just continue to bind the strong man that is trying to hold anything back. We bind the strong man, and we just release it, and we just declare and proclaim continued acceleration in the spirit and the physical, and what's happening throughout this nation, but what's going to be happening for the people of this nation and your nations of the world. So we just thank you for it. We thank you for this community. We thank you for allowing us to have a platform to speak on, and we just continue to show gratitude, and we ask you to keep us, all of us here, to keep us continually humble, and we just can't thank you enough for everything that you're doing. So we invite you in as always, and we just thank you for tonight and everyone here, and in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. TGI Now podcast. What's up? So do you think that by them charging him, like we were just discussing before the prayer, do you think by them going after Comey first? Now, mind you, I want to pull this up because this is great. Of course, many accounts grabbed this one right away. Good job.
You drop.
Great job. Yes, you got it.
So good. Yeah, I have it. You can pull it up. I don't care. My hands are tied.
Okay. Your hands are tied. All right. So, boom. I'm gonna pull Brian Cates from his post here. So look right here. Hell of a Delta. Thanks for playing.
So good.
She's a retard. Brian doesn't have a filter, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we love him. So it says worth remembering. Think what you know now. This is
today's Delta.
This is an exact 5-year Delta, ladies and gentlemen. And look at the post. This right here is the Twitter post. It says, so it was all lies, no treason, no spying on the campaign, no tapping Trump's wires. It was just good people trying to protect America. Oh,
That's a Comey tweet. Comey tweet on the Delta.
oh,
On the Delta.
on the Delta. That's awesome. And Q pointed it out. What did he say? Worth remembering. Like, save this one for later.
Yeah.
So we could talk about it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we could talk about it right now. So do you have the hold on. I got that too. Did you see the actual indictment?
I did not have time to read the actual indictment.
It's very short. No. It's very short. I'm gonna pull it up.
I love short indictments.
Technofog. Yeah, like short indictments, but not some of those ones we've had to read through before. Whew. So this is from Technofog. I'm just gonna pull this up right here. So it says from Comey indictment, count one, false statements to the U.S. Senate that he had not authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous news source. And count two, Comey obstructed the Senate Judiciary Committee's investigation through his false and misleading statements. So I'll pull this up. It says James B. Comey Jr. did willfully and knowingly make a materially false, fictitious, and fraudulent statement in a matter within the jurisdiction of the legislative branch of the government of the United States by falsely stating to a U.S. senator during a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing that he, James Comey, had not authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports regarding an FBI investigation concerning person one. Who's person one, you think? I bet it's Michael J. Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it says, count two, James Comey did corruptly endeavor to influence, obstruct, and impede the due and proper exercise of the power of inquiry under which an investigation was being had before the Senate Judiciary Committee by making a false and misleading statements. Okay. I think person one is Michael Flynn because Comey is the one that leaked he leaked that stuff to Isikoff, that reporter. He's the one that leaked it. And then Isikoff is the one that broke that story where Michael Flynn was talking to Kislyak about the whole sanctions thing and all that. And they tried to say that he was acting as the whole nine. I could be wrong, but I think that is person one. Could be wrong. I don't know who else person one would be because remember was it, I want to show, am I still sharing my screen? Have you seen, you remember in 2017 when he was talking in front of, oh, please tell me I bookmarked that one because Catherine Herridge, no, dang it. She posted too, because he lied. He didn't just lie in 2020, he lied in 2017 too.
Okay. Which is the one from 2017?
That's the one where Grassley is questioning him and saying, did you authorize anybody from like to leak? Did you hold on? I'm just gonna search Catherine Herridge. Shouldn't be hard to find.
Grassley 2017.
Got it.
Oh,
Beat you to it. Brother. Here it is. Booyah. Oh yeah, listen to this weasel. It's a weasel.
Director Comey, have you ever been an anonymous source in news reports about matters relating to the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
Never.
Lie.
Question two on relatively related. Have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
No.
Lie.
Any classified information relating to President Trump or his associates been declassified and shared with the media?
Not to my knowledge.
Liar.
You testified before the House Intelligence Committee that a lot of classified matters have ended up in the media recently. Without getting into any particular article, I want to emphasize it, without getting into any particular article, is there an investigation of any leaks of classified information relating to Mr. Trump or his associate?
I don't want to answer that question, Senator, for reasons I think you know. There have been a variety of leaks. Well, leaks are always a problem, but especially in the last 3 to 6 months. And where there is a leak of classified information, the FBI, if it's our information, makes a referral to the Department of Justice, or if it's another agency's information, they do the same, and then DOJ authorizes the opening of an investigation. I don't want to confirm in an open setting whether there are any investigations open.
I want to challenge you on that, because the government regularly acknowledges when it's investigating classified leaks. You did that in the Valerie Plame case. What's the difference here?
Well, the most important difference is I don't have authorization from the department to confirm any of the investigations they've authorized. And it may be that we can get that at some point, but I'm not going to do it sitting here in an open setting without having talked to them.
Now, she said, Catherine Harris said this clip, I reposted Comey's 2017 congressional testimony under oath, where Comey denied that he leaked or authorized media leaks. They got this dude. They got him. I still want to know who person one is, though. I think it's Flynn. I think it's Flynn. I think it has to do with the whole him leaking to Isikoff about the Kislyak phone call. I could be wrong. Well, I guess we'll find out who person one is. Do you have that?
Well,
because so that was 2017, right? So the indictment says it was from 2020, false statements from 2020. Where is that?
Yes. I have some stuff from 2020.
Okay.
So they have multiple. There's the Lindsey Graham one and the Ted Cruz one.
Okay.
Here,
Play
pop
both.
up the.
Yeah.
This is from September. So this is actually 5 days. It has a 5-year statute limitations on it. And so it was within 5 days of its limitations that the indictment came out.
Right. So pause real quick. So understand, remember when everybody's celebrating because the statute of limitations has run out from the first one, from where he lied back in 2017. Okay. But they went with this. So I guarantee they had to, right? Go with this one because ultimately it leads back to everything else, man. It's just like
that's kind of
it's gonna
because this was all about Crossfire Hurricane, you know?
Right.
And FISA, Q even told us that FISA brings down the house, FISA's the start, everything like that. But we'll show them both.
Getting an inquiry from the the intelligence community in September 2016 about a concern that the Clinton campaign was going to create a scandal regarding Trump and Russia.
I do not.
You don't remember getting a investigatory lead from the intelligence community? Hang on a second. Let me find my document here. September the 7th, 2016, the U.S. intelligence officials forwarded an investigative referral of FBI to FBI Director James Comey and Assistant Director of Counterintelligence Peter Strzok regarding U.S. presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's approval of a plan concerning U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections as a means of distracting the public from her use of a private email server. You don't remember getting that or being taught? That doesn't ring
bells with me.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty stunning thing. It didn't ring a bell, but it did come to you. Let's just end with this. You get this inquiry from the Intelligence Committee to look at the Clinton campaign, basically trying to create a distraction, accusing Trump of being a Russian agent or a Russian stooge or whatever to distract from her email server problems. And how far-fetched is that, Mr. Comey, when we now know that the Democratic Party through Fusion GPS hired Christopher Steele, a foreign agent who had a very strong bias against Trump, who hired a Russian subsource who the FBI believed to be a Russian spy to compile a dossier that was a bunch of crap to be used against an American citizen working for the Trump campaign. You already knew that. Seems to me you'd want to investigate other allegations, but you're telling me that you don't recall this.
Nope.
I'll play the one from Ted Cruz.
Teddy.
To another topic.
That I can do.
Thanks, man.
To another topic. On May 3rd, 2017, in this committee, Chairman Grassley asked you point blank, quote, have you ever been an anonymous source in news reports about matters relating to the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation? You responded under oath, quote, never. He then asked you, quote, have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton administration? You responded again under oath, no. Now, as you know, Mr. McCabe, who works for you, has publicly and repeatedly stated that he leaked information to the Wall Street Journal and that you were directly aware of it and that you directly authorized it. Now, what Mr. McCabe is saying and what you testified to this committee cannot both be true. One or the other is false. Who's telling the truth?
I can only speak to my testimony. I stand by what the testimony you summarized that I gave in May of 2017.
So your testimony is you've never authorized anyone to leak. And Mr. McCabe, if he says contrary, is not telling the truth. Is that correct?
Again, I'm not going to characterize Andy's testimony, but mine is the same today.
All right, I'm going to make a final point because my time has expired. This investigation of the president was corrupt. The FBI and the Department of Justice were politicized and weaponized. And in my opinion, there are only two possibilities: that you were deliberately corrupt or woefully incompetent. And I don't believe you were incompetent. This has done severe damage to the professionals and the honorable men and women at the FBI because law enforcement should not be used as a political weapon. And that is.
Yeah.
Dude.
So that's
So that furthers my belief that person one is Flynn. Because that media leak he's talking about with McCabe, who was on Flynn's interview when they went to the White House? Andrew McCabe. His notes, remember? Andrew McCabe was one of the jackboots that he sent over to the FBI in order to try and entrap Flynn. You know the whole conversation when they're asking me, and Flynn tells him, "Well, you should know," because Flynn knew he was being spied on. This guy was the director of national intelligence, man. He knew he was being spied on. Okay. So McCabe is the one that leaked it to Isikoff at the Washington Post. I'm pretty sure person one's got to be Flynn. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, we'll find out. But I think that the media leak, and then you know that Flynn and Russiagate, it's one and the same, right? They talked about Remember, he told Joe Biden, and you're the one that gave the idea for the Logan Act. You ought to go look at that. Remember when Trump told Biden, he goes, we have it on tape. We have it on tape. We got it on tape. You're the one that gave the idea for the Logan Act on General Flynn. Oh, it's getting juicy. Remember Kim's prophecy? I will start from the top. Well, who was the top of the FBI?
James Comey.
Yeah.
Old Jim.
And you know, start with the weasels. How crazy would it be? Because Q said Comey for treason and John Brennan.
Yep.
So how crazy would it be if John Brennan is the second indictment that comes
I
rolling out?
think it's very a good chance. I think it's a good chance.
I do too, because they cooked all this up, man. It's gonna anybody that was in that Oval Office meeting with Obama when they cooked this whole thing up, when Brennan briefed Obama and said, hey, Hillary's campaign is doing this whole Russia thing to try and paint Trump as a Russian asset. Yeah, they cooked it all up, man. All road leads back to Obama and Hillary. Oh, October's coming up.
Sure is.
And Hillary's got to testify next month, i.e. the Epstein stuff, her and her husband.
That's right. Dude, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
And now we got James Comey being indicted. Oh, I think we're only 4 days into fall.
Is it even 4 days?
September 25th. Yeah, 4 days.
4 days. 4 days into fall. And it's, you can definitely see it starting.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is it. I think it is. And I was even thinking about the whole Comey indictment, because people were talking like, well, it's only going to get like 5 years and stuff for this. Blah 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 blah. I think this is just an opening. Like, this is just the opening act, and I don't even think we should be looking at like what prison term for this specifically. Because even then, like say Comey goes down, right? You think every deep state actor, all right, even especially the higher up ones like Hillary, Obama, Brennan, all these guys just perked up. And they're like, well,
oh, they didn't perk up. They puckered up. They're sucking seat cushion right now, son. Okay. It's all the way in there. I'm telling
seriously, though. I guarantee you no one's sleeping tonight. So yeah, they're gonna be on their toes now. And I think this is how it's gonna start to go. In fact, Q told us that about FISA being the start and all this stuff, but it said a lot of it was for the introduction for public awareness.
Yep.
Again, you start off with something like Comey, you start off with something small, right? It's a big enough name, but it's just you kind of lowballing it. Cash came out. FBI Director Kash Patel, and said, today, your FBI took another step in its promise of full accountability. For far too long, previous corrupt leadership and their enablers weaponized federal law enforcement, damaging once proud institutions and severely eroding public trust. Every day, we continue to fight to earn the trust back. And under my leadership, this FBI will confront the problem head on. Nowhere was this politicization of law enforcement more blatant than during the Russiagate hoax. A disgraceful chapter in the history we continue to investigate and expose. Everyone, especially those in positions of power, will be held accountable no matter their perch. No one is above the law. That's coming from Cash.
Cash money.
It's coming. And I don't even care whose name is next. I just, like you could drop anybody at this point. I just want to see the snowball effect. I just want to see it start running, because it's going to start. It's going to start, and it's going to run. I was thinking about the tumultuous moments. We've had plenty of tumultuous moments in summer. In Kim Clement's September prophecy, where he says in the beginning, he's like, and moving into the fall, there should be many of the princes, kings will fall, right? But he says there's a very strange thing that'll happen in September. I'm not talking about the strange July prophecy. He says a very strange thing will happen in September. It's been kind of weird, you know, with you know, what happened with like what's going on with Charlie. Now I'm seeing all this stuff about, you know, I can't even keep my head on straight with all the Charlie stuff going around, dude.
Oh yeah, oh wow, dude.
Because there's some rabbit holes out there that are like pretty legit, but it's like, I'm not touching that.
I'm not touching that. I'm a wait and see guy on. I'm a wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm not touching that. Clearly, we can agree that neither one of us believe the narrative that's being sold to us about.
Correct. Yeah.
And there's so many weird things that we could talk about that I'm like, this is not normal. Like, again, like a video. Why would you share a video of you over your husband in the cat? Like, that's supposed to be a you, me. You see it, little stuff like that makes me go, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? Right.
Yeah,
but I don't want to.
AC said in the chat about the Snake Eyes movie. Yeah. You guys, if you want to go down that rabbit hole and check it out, go look up the Snake Eyes movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just type it into X and
Crazy.
see what you find.
It's seriously, man. It is crazy. Like, there's so many things I feel like you're just sitting here again. You're just watching this game of like pickleball, ping, just pow, 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 pow. Everything's back and forth.
And I don't even know how to. Again, I don't want to really touch on this stuff too much because like you said, I want to wait and see, you know, if we're gonna get anything. But especially with everybody talking about like the Esther prophecy with Erica. Well, there's a lot of stuff you could search on X about that too. About not talking about Kim's prophecy, but Erica. I don't know. I'm not making any judgments on anything. I just kind of see things and I just kind of read them like, that's very interesting. And I leave it at that. You know, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. All right.
No, man. But I just, again, clearly, I don't think there's more to the story than what we're being told. This is just weird at this point, man. And then a week later, we lose Boone. Like, September has just been
strange.
Like, what? And you know what I believe Boone 100% is a part of 17, man. 100%. So, and again, it baffles my mind how much crazy stuff is going on and how many good people we lost. And it's like, and then you get something like this today, and it's like, dang, after the last 2 weeks, am I allowed to like celebrate something? Because it's been so, like, the energy's been just not really down, but down.
Yeah.
Downtrodden because of what we've been through with all this craziness. But yeah, September's definitely been strange for sure.
Not to mention, Trump just came out. Didn't Trump just come out and say that Obama's going to go down for treason?
Yeah. He said it more than once, but yeah, he said
I know he's kind of said it, but yeah. Anyway, at the same time, there's also things he's hinting at, like you guys seen with his whole hallway of presidential portraits. And Biden's just the auto pen. It's just cracking out, dude.
Listen,
so funny.
You know what our belief is about the whole Biden presidency. And I know all of you too.
Sham.
That it wasn't real. It was again, man, sometimes you have to show the people. And I don't know how many times he's got to go out of his way to like wink and a nod at us. Again, the dash, we could go over all of that. We could go over the anomalies. We've talked about them for years, is all the anomalies of Biden, the hand going through the microphone, the green screen stuff, the fact that they always, this is one I can't believe people on the other side haven't pieced together yet. For 4 years, how many times did you see Joe Biden address you from the Oval Office?
Not once.
I think once, maybe twice.
I know. He
when he was signing those 17 executive orders. on his
Okay.
first day. Remember the 17 executive orders he signed?
Wait, but when that did happen, the back
Behind him.
window,
Exactly. See what I'm
there was like a car that
exactly.
drove by. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And we all pointed all these anomalies out, man. All of them. How it looked like he was on a green screen, how the chin, there were so many things. Again, and it reminds me of Kim's, and people will say, I can't believe it. It was right in front. It was right in front of me the whole time. But that's what the world does, is it keeps you distracted. But we're all zeroed in on this stuff. No, you never saw him address you from the Oval Office. He didn't answer questions from reporters like Trump. Trump will talk to the media every day because he loves flambasting these people. You're a terrible reporter. You know it, and I know it. Now everybody knows it. Next question. You know what I mean? And now he goes the Hall of Presidents and does an auto pen. He's telling you, I'm just saying, man. How many times has he got to show us that?
Not to mention, we do have to remember that there is a grand jury in Pennsylvania that we know nothing about
the 2020 election.
About the 2020 election. That was broken by John Solomon on Megyn Kelly's show. We don't even know. So just like this whole thing with Comey being indicted by a grand jury, right? We talked about it on Monday's show, how MSNBC was like, well, according to the people we know, see, I was like, come on, MSNBC, be right, you know? And they were right. They were right. They knew it was coming, probably because someone was leaking it out. But just like that, it wasn't until a few days prior. I mean, technically, we knew he was under investigation back in July.
Mm-hmm.
But we also were told that there's something going on in Pennsylvania. And so it was only a few days until you find out he's being indicted. So I think the same thing is going to happen with the 2020 stuff. And this is how this snowball is just going to kick in. I think what did John Solomon say? There's like 3 or 4 different grand juries right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So y'all, buckle up. Buckle up.
Now, I did see that an a Biden appointed judge got assigned James Comey's case. So we'll see where that goes, but we'll see.
Why you got to do me like that? Why you got?
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying, you know, again, I'm wondering if this could be more of like what Durham did, is get him on record with all this stuff. And then I hope not. But it is what it is, man. There's a new sheriff in town, though, so we'll see.
And I think we were right. When Trump came out the other day, last week, and he's like, Pambani, you better do something, you know? He's like, let's go, you know? And all of a sudden, like, she comes out with a statement. She's like, no one is above the law. No one is above the law. That's my Pambani impression.
Yes, that was my favorite. No one is above the law. They loved to say that, didn't they?
Yeah, she said
what district did that? And I didn't pay attention to what district that indictment came from. Is it out of DC, Virginia? Is it?
I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's out of DC because it's gonna totally kill my vibe. But just kidding. I take that back. I don't know why I said that.
Nope. It's okay. I just say Eastern. It's from Eastern District of Virginia. So
okay,
still close to DC, but it's not DC.
Virginia.
So that could. So again, judge might not matter at all because oh dang it, talking with my hands.
That's okay.
Judge doesn't matter. It's a jury of your peers. So hopefully we get a good jury that's not politically biased like they were in DC.
What are your thoughts? Do you have anything else to say about Comey?
Oh, he's a dirtbag.
Thank you.
Yes,
he's a dirtbag. All right. One of the biggest dirtbags of them all.
Yes.
What do you think about this news coming out? I don't really know if to even call it news because I don't really know what it is. A Pete Hegseth asking all these admirals and generals for this meeting, which apparently doesn't happen.
Well, it happens.
trying to find
It
the-
happens.
I know
It's
it
just, it doesn't happen all the time, right? It's not something that happens all the time. Now, the timing of it, you know, how many times we've gotten to the end of September is over the last however many years, and a threat of a government shutdown is looming on the horizon once again, right?
You think it has anything to do with that?
I think there's, you know, how many times we thought the government was going to shut down? Like, we've been waiting on this, right?
Yes.
In fact, we were hoping that they would shut down because there's a lot of things that can go down while a government is shut down. When there's a lot of things that can happen. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I just find the timing odd considering he's having them meet him on the last day of September. Government shuts down October 1st. If there's no deal, doesn't sound like there's going to be one because Trump doesn't even want to meet with the Democrats. I don't know if that has anything to do with that. I also find the timing odd. I find the timing very odd that, you know, we get that announcement today, and now James Comey's been indicted. I saw a video. I don't know if anybody else has seen them. I saw where they're bringing more fencing into DC. I don't get excited about stuff like that anymore because how many times have we seen them bring that fencing and everybody's like, oh, everybody, fencing's coming in, and then nothing really happens. So I'm a wait and see on that one. You know what I mean?
That happens.
But I think the timing of it's odd. So it's 07 to 010. So he's bringing all the generals, basically 07 to 010 into Quantico.
Yeah.
7 plus 10 is 17. And, you know, just throwing that out there too.
James Comey, the paramedic just said James Comey's arraignment is on October 9th.
Okay.
The court has issued a summons for him to appear. So now I think Kim's prophecy about their names will be scrolled out 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20. 1, 2, 3. You know, so one, and then I don't know.
I know.
I don't know. I think it's just
could be, dude. How crazy would that be if you get 1, then
2,
you get
3, and then 10,
and then boom, boom, then they just bam,
bam,
a whole list of names.
nuts.
Because again, I believe everybody that was in that Oval Office meeting where they were discussing framing Flynn and Hillary's campaign, cooking up Russia. I think everybody in that room gets indicted. Every single person that attended that meeting for sure gets indicted. And then think about it. How many mainstream media are going to get indicted and tied up in the Russia hoax because they took part of it? What is Trump doing right now? With the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, the whole thing with the FCC saying that they should have their ABC and NBC should have their licenses revoked, blah, blah, blah. I think that there are things, this thing gets blown wide open, man, soon. Yeah. I hope soon.
Yeah.
The
earth is standing prepared.
Yes. Did you see, hold on. I got a reporter asked Trump today in the Oval Office. Again, I want to point out, how many times have you seen Trump talking to the media from the Oval Office? It's like 2-3 times a week, man. Yeah. Meanwhile, again, under the Biden, you got to see a play school desk on what looked like a movie set, a set, not the White House. Just pointing that out again. Listen to what Trump says. I love how he just plays it off. He's like, what are you talking about? Is that what? What's going on? Fletch 17 put this clip up here.
Secretary Hegseth is inviting military leaders from all around the country on Tuesday. Will you also be there?
From all around the country to what?
He's inviting the generals and admirals to Virginia for a big meeting.
Well,
Why is he doing
I
it?
love it. I mean, I think it's great. Let
Do you
him
have
be
time
friendly.
to say that?
Let him be friendly with the generals and admirals from all over the world. Why is
There's
there
a
something-
reason why
is
nobody-
there something wrong?
President, and what is it about? Will you be there personally as well, and what is it
Well,
about?
I'll be there if they want me, but why is that such a big deal? I mean, the fact that we're getting along with the generals and admirals from all, remember, I'm the president of peace. It's good to get along. It's good. You act like this is a bad thing. Isn't it nice that people are coming from all over the world to be with us?
It's not particularly unusual that generals who report to the Senate.
Did you hear that? He said country. And then he just said, isn't it nice that we're having generals from all over the world? Maybe that was I don't know. I don't know if that was if he meant to say that or not, but the reporter clearly said the generals from all over the country. And then he's like, isn't it nice we're having generals from all over the world? Coming?
Yeah.
What? I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing.
Secretary of War and then to the President of the United States are coming to speak with the Secretary of War. It's actually not unusual at all, and I think it's odd that you guys have made it into such a big story.
Is it a big story?
I don't think it is, sir.
I would think it's, but isn't it a good story? I mean, we're respected from all over the world as a military force. I rebuilt the military during my first term.
Sure did.
I don't know. But at least, like, is that a big story? Like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal that I'm having all the generals or the Secretary of War? I love that, by the way. It just rolls off the tongue. Secretary of War.
Yeah, I know. It sounds so good.
Yeah. Thoughts on his speech at the UN. Fire.
Yeah, apparently now, was it true that like nobody heard it?
Apparently they
All the
had only through
sabotage?
their interpreter. Yeah, so the escalator stops.
Right.
Escalator stops. Him and Melania kind of like jerks forward a little bit, but then the teleprompter. This is the best part. He goes, "Oh, and now my teleprompter's not working. That's okay. The escalator didn't work on my way in either. I bid on this building. 500 million. You'd had marble floors. You'd had the best of everything. And look at this." Basically told him, you got crap.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So what was supposed to be a 15-minute speech is 15 minutes. That was his original speech. Turned into an hour of him laying the wood to these people right to their faces.
Oh, I loved it. I love the climate change. I loved it. He's like, in fact, it's made up by a bunch of stupid people.
Yeah.
I was like, you're just talking to them all right now.
He's like, you know what? No, not you. Yes, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're all losers. You're destroying your countries. And he goes, unfettered immigration. He's like, you can't have it. You can't have it. You're destroying your country. He's like, we shut it down. And he goes, and much of it was funded by you. He told them to their faces that he knew they were the ones responsible for flooding our country with all of these illegals. Now, Israel, if he can prove that, Trump doesn't just say stuff to say it. And now we got George Soros back in the conversation. We know George Soros works with these globalists. They send money everywhere to all these NGOs, all these organizations that pay for this massive immigration into all these countries. That was their plan, right? Globalism. They wanted to destroy your countries, destroy your sovereignty, so we have a one world government. That was their plan.
Right.
So by him saying to their faces, and we know that it was funded by many of you, basically, we know that you paid to flood these people into our country, and I have shut that down. And now the investigations for that get to begin too. You know, we got a special place picked out for George Soros. Did you know that? Oh, yeah.
Sure do. Oh, this is just a quick clip.
Global warming, not happening.
You know, it used to be global cooling. If you look back years ago in the 1920s and the 1930s, they said global cooling will kill the world. We have to do something. Then they said global warming will kill the world. But then it started getting cooler. So now they could just call it climate change because that way they can't miss. It's climate change. Because if it goes higher or lower, whatever the hell happens, there's climate change. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion. Climate change, no matter what happens, you're involved in that. No more global warming, no more global cooling. All of these predictions made by the United Nations and many others, often for bad reasons, were wrong. They were made by stupid people that have cost their countries fortunes and given those same countries no chance for success. If you don't get away from this green scam, your country is going to fail. And
Just laying it on them. He's like, many times, you know, it's by the United Nations. Like, I know you don't didn't forget who you're speaking to, you know, like you're speaking to all the nations right now.
Yeah.
It's just,
I love when he goes, these ridiculous windmills. He's like, here's the funny part. He's like, China builds them. They build them and then they send them to all of you, and then they don't use them. They don't use windmills in China. They use coal and they use nuclear. He's like, they build these windmills for you freaking morons, and then they don't even use them themselves.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny.
That was the best. That's why I love him. You know, I don't idolize the man. I love him. I love his honesty. He's funny. He's funny, you know? And to go in there to that den of vipers, because that's what they are. They're a den of vipers. He went there. That's twice he's gone into that den of vipers and just smoked them to their faces.
I wanted to find another clip. It's just fun to watch him roast people. He just doesn't care, and I love it.
No.
You know, should be a president shall come that shall have no fear. No fear.
No fear.
And that's what he did.
No fear. Zero fear.
Yeah. Either way. We can move
Did
on.
you see okay, so he's talking to the media today. I got a couple of clips. So this is the one where he specifically brings up George Soros again. He's brought him up quite a bit lately. I have a feeling we're going to find out why in the near future, but Johnny St. Pete posted this.
Can you comment on New York Times? Can you comment on New York Times report saying that Justice Department officials have asked attorneys to target a George Soros-funded group? And is this executive order that you just signed a part of that?
I'm not going to comment on whether there is or is not a pending investigation, but everything's on the table right now.
I don't think anybody has to ask, because if you look at Soros, he's at the top of every. In fact, sometimes they say, could he be involved in this many things? But he's in every story that I read. Stories that I read keep talking about Soros, and so I guess he'd be a likely candidate.
I think it's so funny that Pam Bondi tries to be all formal. He's like, "Yeah, of course he's at the top." Like,
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's at the top of everything. Straight up. Stop flirting around it. Yeah. So yes, that clearly shows that if that dude is not dead, he's 100% under investigation. Or like you said on last show, that with all the years that we've had, the military and everything like that, they got Antifa mapped out and all this stuff. They know who the top is. Obviously, in 2017, when Q was telling us, they knew, because they told us about Soros. They all knew. Yep. So they have everything mapped out. Investigations have been done. What you're watching is just stuff coming out. And so, frankly, you don't see much of George Soros anyway. So the dude's probably dead.
You haven't seen him a lot, bro. Like, this guy hasn't been. He didn't go. I don't think he went to his son's wedding when he married Huma.
I wouldn't either.
What? But no, remember I think we questioned that on the last show. Like, you really haven't seen, like, where is this guy? Like, you might be right, man. He could already be worm food for all we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Huma Abedin.
Yeah.
Oh, Abedin. Follow Huma. Follow the wives. Follow Mom.
Now, did you see today where Trump I got a couple of clips I wanted to get your take on today, man.
Trump clips? I like Trump clips.
Yeah. I want to show you this one then. I want your thoughts.
Gary.
Why is it Gary? Why are you doing me like that? All right. Eric Daughtry posted this one. Listen to Trump.
Where'd it go?
Oh, is it not? Hold on. Why didn't it share it?
I don't know.
Why didn't it
share? It
share?
said bye.
Huh.
I said, all right. I guess.
All right,
I didn't
man.
See it.
I'll
Show
do it
me.
again
I
then.
want to see.
Did you promise leaders this week that you would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank? Is that something that you
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now. Okay? Yes, please.
Thoughts?
Again, it sounds like a tide is turning in every aspect. To me, that like Trump's just done with it all. Like I understand, like we have all had the questions, we've talked about it, of how much power and control Israel has had over American politicians and just our administrations in general. Not saying that he has any control over the Trump administration, but I mean, America has been the biggest supporter of Israel. Obviously, we know that the deep state within Israel was just as bad as it is here, And so we get all this stuff. And I just think that no matter what's happening, say if Netanyahu is actually just acting out a part, or if he is a bad actor, I think Trump's just had enough. I think we're just at that point where things are starting to turn, especially with his comments recently to Pam Bondi about like, you guys need to do something. You guys, but he keeps like sending out these signals. And I think it's the same concept as that. I think Trump's just done with it. And I think just like him and his administration and just like everybody throughout America, I think that we're just all at this point where enough is enough. All right.
Yeah, I mean, look at last you see where he changed his stance on Russia, Ukraine. I mean, he literally called Russia a paper tiger.
Yeah.
So you saw that whole thing. He said, well, now I think the Ukraine might actually be able to win. And if you've been paying and watching all this stuff, you're like, why did he change his stance all of a sudden? And now you have Russia basically saying that the UN has declared war on them. Like, things are here. Think about what's going on. These are all the things happening in the last 2 days, y'all. 2 days.
Right.
2 days. And now I'm like, oh, I see. What would these people on the other side, if Trump's able to end the war in the Ukraine and Ukraine gets all of their land back? Like, how crazy would that be? What would they say? Because now, how you gonna call him a Russian asset when he's like, I think Ukraine can win? I'm starting to think they might have a shot. Russia he's like, this should have been over in 3 days. Should have been over in 3 days. Yeah. He's like, and we're over 2 years on this thing, this conflict. Well, I think we're 3 now, right? Started in 2022, I believe.
It's been going on forever, for decades.
Right. So now he's changed his stance, right? So nobody can say nothing. Now you got Russia saying that basically the UN has declared war on them. Hegseth has got his generals all coming to Quantico on Monday. Government might shut down. Trump just put his foot down on Israel and the West Bank. I think things are really starting to heat up. And you just today so it looks like things are really chaotic, right? It's getting pretty chaotic. I mean, they've been chaotic, but like the temperature gauge is getting up there. It
gets more chaotic as we go. Each week is like a new term of chaos, you know?
Right. Antifa now declared a terrorist, domestic terrorist organization. Again, what does your oath say? Against all enemies, foreign and
domestic.
So the reason I bring this up is because today, I don't know what's going to happen with it. I just find the timing of it because of prophecy. Today, there was a trilateral agreement reached between Turkey, Iraq, and the Kurdish people.
Yeah.
So basically the Kurds get their land, or hold on a second. I don't want to get their name right. Kurdistan Regional Government, the KRG. So Secretary of State Marco Rubio issued a statement welcoming a trilateral agreement involving the government of Iraq, the Kurdistan Regional Government, and international companies to restart oil exports through the Iraq-Turkey pipeline. Look at that. So I want to show you. I pulled up. I got a AI. I had a AI overview done. I just want to show you.
Oh yeah.
Pull it up real quick. Yeah, I just want to. It gets the key points here.
It's called money, baby.
Yeah.
Lots of moolah gonna be flowing.
So it says encouraging investment. Rubio stated the deal would foster a more stable investment environment for American companies throughout Iraq. Money. Economic partnership. He said the arrangement would strengthen the economic partnership between the U.S. and Iraq and provide tangible benefits for both countries. According to Rubio, the agreement also enhances regional energy security and reinforces Iraq's sovereignty.
Which is nuts.
Yes. The pipeline, which runs from the Kurdish region of Iraq to Turkey's Ceyhan port, had been suspended since 2023 arbitration ruling. So this was the key. Tangible benefits for both countries, reinforces Iraq's sovereignty. Now, what's the prophecy about in September? I will begin to turn things around to unleash the resources. And then he specifically mentioned the dinar.
Not necessarily in that prophecy.
Not in that one, but
yeah,
I know
he has. He's done studies on it and everything. He's prophesied about it. He has. He's prophesied a lot about the Middle East and just the region of Iraq in general. Because he talks about the prosperity where you least expect it, you know. And I think it's very interesting because the moment that we, started this after 9/11, it gave us this reason right now. I know some deep rabbit holes of why we actually went to 9/11. I know most of you have heard them, but it gave us that reason of global, the global counterterrorism, global war on terrorism. And then it gave us a reason to invade Iraq. So that was like the beginning point of like everything going downhill, and Iraq was unfortunately the recipient.
Yeah.
That got in the deep state's way.
They severely destabilized the Middle East when we went into Iraq and Libya were two. Those were killer that really destabilized the Middle East. Because everybody, I'm gonna be honest, when I was growing up a kid, I remember the whole Gaddafi bad, bad man, Reagan, Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi. He was bad. And then you go do your research about the guy and you're like, this guy wasn't bad. He just didn't want to play ball with these globalists.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff they were like, Libya was a pretty prosperous country and then you got Hillary. We saw, he died, right? When they went in and got him. Yep. So we destabilized the Middle East.
Laughed.
and laughed about it because she's Jezebel. That's what
Psych-
witches do. That's what witches do. Yeah. And I'm not saying Saddam was good either, but we had no business. We all know by now that we had no business being in Iraq, and that why we and Iz have covered why we went in there.
We had no business being in the Middle East at all. Now it sucks because we had a lot of good men and women that fought for country over there. You know.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunately we get thrown into these situations for the wrong reasons, and you know, bless everybody that defends the freedom of the United States, but doesn't know why they're doing it. You know, like
Right.
they don't.
Well,
I
think many veterans that went over there now look. They were like, we had no business being over there. We didn't need to be there. We didn't find weapons of mass destruction.
No, there was nothing.
None of that. We had no business. And people died for what? Because we were told to go over. That's what we do, man. We sign our name. We sign a contract that we'll go wherever they send us and do what they tell us to do. And
yeah, man. So yeah.
I got hold on. I got one more I want to show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have to work
Did you
tomorrow.
see?
That's cool.
You don't have to work tomorrow?
No.
So, did you see what Marjorie Taylor Greene posted?
I
on
did.
X
Yeah.
yesterday?
Show the peeps.
So yesterday, Marjorie Taylor Greene posted this, and I was like, oh, okay. Bam. Rachel Chandler. Just her name. Who is Rachel Chandler? Oh, I think we're going to find out. We all know who Rachel Chandler is. She was part of their little sex trafficking ring. Yeah. Now, I'm going to show this video. No, it's 13 minutes long. No, I'm not going to show it.
Nah.
So basically, I'll give you the breakdown. This is what O'Keefe posted. He said, senior DOJ Epstein investigator reveals Epstein was CIA. Epstein was I think CIA Mossad are one and the same, y'all.
He says in the video. Now this guy who was inspector general on a lot of this different stuff, right? He says that Epstein was indeed doing stuff for Israel.
Okay.
He says it 100%. And they're covering it up because they didn't want to give it up, and they just kept putting him on like these. If he got arrested, they would just kind of, you know, nothing would happen. It was because of that. It was because of the CIA and Mossad.
Right. But here's the key. I interviewed all the victims. There's never been an incident where Trump was on a plane with these kids and the rapes occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others, right? He says of President Trump, he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there. We all know there's nothing there. But let your liberal friends keep believing that, because the rug pull will be absolutely epic when they find out that he is in the files, but not like they think he is. Okay?
Correct.
So
Yep.
Rachel Chandler, direct ties to also Mr. Les Wexner.
Drop while you talk.
And if y'all watched the show last week, I told you that Les Wexner was a major donor to IPAC during the 2024 election cycle. Just saying, I don't know. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at, there she is.
If the records become unsealed, much will be revealed. Watch the news for Rachel Chandler. That was posted March 20th, 2019.
Rachel Chandler's been rubbed noses with a lot of people.
Oh,
look at Eminem, Slim Shady.
Eminem and
Slim
Diddy.
Shady. Yeah, Diddy.
She's a how did cute child Chandler? Oh, well, yeah. That wasn't
Child
cute,
handler.
but-
Child
this
handler,
is-
Chandler.
You know, well, she's not in that. That's she's there's Madonna, right? Is that Madonna?
Yeah, there's where Rachel Chandler posted the pictures of the video cameras that we believe are of cameras underneath Epstein Island in the tunnels under the temple.
On her Instagram.
Yeah. See, because they have to show you.
This is probably.
Yeah.
So
they have to show you. I know. But they have to show you, right? They have to show you to your face. They have to mock you to your face.
Bodie, it might have been an Olsen twin. They all look the same. They look just like Madonna.
Yep. That's crazy, right?
Sorry, guys. I don't know my celebrities.
I don't either. I don't either, bro. But lots be happening. Now, did you see the video of the Marine Corps
silent drill
rifle, the silent drill team?
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you this.
Watch.
If you've never got to see them perform, you are missing out, man. There are certain military teams you got to go see perform, right? You got to go see the Blue Angels. If you've never seen the Blue Angels, you got to check out a Blue Angels air show. If you've never seen the Thunderbirds, got to check them out. If you've never seen the Marine Corps silent rifle team in action, you are missing out, man. It is probably one of the coolest things you will ever see. And precision, this is so crisp, man. You're in awe watching them perform. I just found it odd. What were they doing practicing on the White House lawn?
They weren't practicing.
Yeah. What were they doing there? And then they got invited into the Oval Office.
I was watching them. He's like, "Come on in, guys." It's just like, got the Marine Corps silent drill platoon just right behind you walking through.
Yeah,
some young bucks.
I just got a feeling that, again, you have them there, the Marines. We all know which branch directly reports to POTUS.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know which branch that is. That's right. Semper Fi, do or die. I just think it's all and by the flag, and we know my belief, the flags were a sign of we're taking our territory back, right? You plant your flag. That's what they meant. You know, you plant your flag, then you take the National Guard into the city and you take back the city from them. I just think there's more meaning to it. I just can't imagine why they would be, just doing that right there on the White House lawn. You know, they have facilities where they do these. Like,
you gonna show it?
Oh, you want me to show the video? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, I've already watched it like 30 times because I just love watching drill. But that's just the dumb crayon eating Marine in me. But yeah, I'll watch it again.
Oh, did I not bookmark it? I didn't bookmark it. I'm gonna find it. Let's see who finds it first.
Got it.
Dang it. All right.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Oh. Yes.
Oh,
I love how he walks in just like,
I love how at the very end, how they go to attention, like how they end at attention.
Yeah.
Like that is like, you guys don't understand. You might, but that is one of the sexiest things you can watch right there. Like I'm going to play this again. When they stop at attention and how they do it is just, wow. Oh, oh,
crisp, dude.
Crisp.
Solid. That was dope, man. So again,
is
man,
dope.
I don't know. I don't know if there's any meaning. I believe there is. I believe there's always something that's just very random to be there doing that at the White House at night by the flag. Unless they're getting ready for something. Or unless that was a signal. I don't know. Man. I guess we'll find out.
T-shirt, and I just realized what T-shirt you're wearing.
Oh, Daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Yeah. Daddy's home.
Yep, freeze. Yep. Jim. Super 5, brother.
Now, is something happened today?
No.
Silver. Do you realize we're like
Oh.
$3? We're
Only-
like $3 away from the all-time high.
We always forget to talk about silver. Like,
Yeah. Right now, we're at what are we at right now?
do it. Almost going to be at 46 tomorrow. I guarantee it. At this rate,
I think
unless they smack.
I
it down.
think. Well, here's the thing. They tried today. They tried yesterday. So if you go back, I want you to go. I'm starting to notice a pattern, man. So Tuesday, Wednesday, you get a glimpse. Last week, silver shot above 44, middle of the week. All right, or 43, shot back above 43. Then they tried to smash it down. It got down to like 41 something. Then it goes back. By the end of the week, it's back above $43. And I told my wife, I said, every time this happens, when that Sunday night, when they open, what happens? Silver goes up. By the time you wake up Monday morning, it's above $44. And now you got a glimpse again. It's jumped again. So now it broke the $45 threshold. They'll try and slam it, but I'll bet money it ends above 45 by the end of this week. It could end at 56. I don't know. But if it ends at $45 and above, what do you think is going to happen on Monday? You know what's going to happen. 46. I feel like we're gaining like $1 a week, man, for like the last.
Dude, she's flying now.
You know what I mean? Which is big. Silver's gaining more than gold is right now. It's making bigger gains than gold is right now. Percentage wise.
And Chris, why do you act surprised? You know, this is
Not.
what we've been
It's
talking
exciting
about
to see it for years. And the thing is, they hate. You know why they hate when it closes? When it closes above $45 on a Friday, because that gives everybody 2 days after the market closes to look at silver and go, "Dang, man, it keeps going up. I might want to get in on this." And the more physical silver, the more interest, the more physical silver that's bought, the less they have to cover their paper contracts. You understand? Again, with the paper, they're selling silver they don't actually physically own. And when people who bought those paper contracts go, "Hey, I want my IOU. I don't want it anymore. I want the real deal. I want you to give me my silver." If there's no physical silver, they can't cover their shorts. So the more it keeps going up, the more people are going to be interested in it, and it'll get to a point they can't stop it. We've been saying this. It'll get to a point. You got a glimpse of it. If y'all want to know what's going to happen, go back to, was it 23 is when the bank started failing again?
Yes. Yes.
You had those four.
Yeah.
And what happened? What did APMEX do? What did SD Bullion do? Because what happened to silver? Everybody's like, "Oh snap! I need to get some silver. I need to protect my money." It got to a point, the demand shot up so quick. APMEX put a $500 minimum order on all silver. Right? They're like, you can't just buy a couple ounces. Minimum $500 order. We're not touching it, because they started running low on supply. And now you got a lot of local coin shops and stuff that are supply is starting to dwindle. We've told you for years, we're using more silver than we're getting out of the ground. We're in a deficit for years upon years. We're using more than we're getting out of the ground at the rate we're getting out of the ground. So things are happening. The squeeze is starting, and I think it's just going to keep, like I said before,
not to mention
going up.
Your purchasing power of the US dollar continues to go down every single day. So it's not like there is this major turnaround in purchasing power. because there's not, you know? Like, I've always had theoretically, how do you get rid of the system, the beast system, the system that we're in, the fiat system? How do you get rid of it? The fastest way to get rid of it is to let it die.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I think it's the only thing you can do at this point is just let it run its course and just milk it for what it's worth.
Yep.
You know, like, because we talk about, well, Trump's had a bunch of debt to the, you know, I don't think he cares.
Does it matter?
Because again,
we're never going to pay it off.
Toothpaste tube. He's squeezing everything out of it before it dies.
Yep.
I think it has to. It's the same. It's the same concept as the biblical teaching. You have to go low in order to go high. You know, sometimes the brink of destruction, people find the will to change. Sometimes, in order to get God's money to the top, the fake money has to die.
Yep. Dude, I think there's so much coming. Okay, I just want to throw this out there. You don't think it's odd that you now have these have you heard about the 2 storm systems that are forming down by the Bahamas and
I'm not.
Okay. So you have 2 tropical depressions that are forming right by like 900 miles apart from each other. So they're either going to spin around each other, which is extremely rare, or one storm swallows the other one up into a massive storm.
Another superstorm Sandy?
I don't know. I just find
so we got 2 storms that might tango with each other,
or either spin around each other or form into one big storm. And they're predicting it to hit next week, just as the government's supposed to be shutting down. I'm just saying, is it not like, I'm not laughing because I think that, if it hits right now, the projected path from what the models, those models change a million times, but it looks like it's going to hit dead center of my favorite area, which is down there on the South Carolina, North Carolina state line around North Myrtle, Ocean Isle, all those places. So already going to get storm surge. Even if it's a tropical depression, they're calling for major storm surge out of this thing because of these 2 storms coming in contact with each other. So I'm watching that too, because there's a lot of crazy things, man, chaotic. So we got to brace. And I can't help it, y'all. I laugh. Humor disarms my I don't want to be fear, doom, and gloom, but there's a lot of things that are, and I just think it's odd that military generals are coming September 30th. They're expecting, if this storm forms, to make landfall Monday, same day. I don't know.
Dang, Chris, I kind of wanted a fireside chat next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Guess not.
What, next weekend? Can't do next weekend anyway.
I can't either.
I'll be out of town. Oh, okay. But we're gonna try and make that happen, man. Is texting me the other day, goes, we need a fireside chat, and I'm like, well, come on, man. The fire pit's waiting.
Yeah.
Come on down for a weekend, man.
That was a lot of fun.
It was, man. I can't wait till we can do more of those, whenever we want to. That day will come.
Yeah, that's just
the peeps will be like, okay, guys, find something new. These fireside chats, I can't take.
Oh, you just wait for the studio that's going to be built. You just wait.
Studio.
What you see now is just gonna. This is just for fun.
Yeah.
No. It's there's a lot of days where I'm not sure I even want to do this, but because there's so many cool things in the future that we want to do with the studio, I should say.
Yeah.
Things that we haven't been able to do. I don't know if you guys know this, but me and Chris, I don't know how many phone calls it's I have an idea, but we just don't know how to do it.
Or the resources, or to bring it to fruition.
Resources.
So got a lot of ideas. and the day we get to do some of them will be great. Yeah, I know. You see, is teasing me. No, said don't be teasing me. You're gonna come down here.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, man.
It will happen. It will happen. I just wanted to. Holly had a good comment, and I thought that was really good on YouTube. She said a little bit ago, she bought all of her silver with the COVID stimulus check back in 2020.
Nice.
And it was like $18, and that is probably one of the best investments you could have made in that time. You know, so good, so good,
so good.
How do you?
So good. Yeah,
I got nothing else.
Oh,
Chris does,
dude. Well, I'm just reading. I just saw this posted. Nick Sorter, Troy Edwards Jr., Comey's son-in-law, has officially resigned as Assistant United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia. So Comey's son-in-law resigned now that his father-in-law has been indicted. That's a trash taking itself out, man. I like it. I like it. But okay, Israel. Real quick.
Real quick.
Don't you think it's crazy watching the media jump through hoops going, I can see it already. I think they're already starting. Well, this is just setting a bad precedent because if the Democrats ever retain power, they can do the same thing. I'm like, y'all already did it. You were first, man. Like, do they think we're that dumb that our attention span is that short that we don't remember that they indicted a former president with fake BS and lawfare, that they threw Roger Stone in jail, that they arrested Steve Bannon? Did they think that we forgot all of that over dumb stuff? That they threw all these January 6 people in jail for no reason whatsoever?
Trump's just going after his political enemies.
Isn't it insane? It's so crazy. It's like it's like we're living in an upside down world. It's like you sit there and go, again, y'all, you know, my favorite term is you should be highly offended at how stupid your government thinks you are, or that the media thinks you are. Like, you should be highly offended at how stupid they think you are. Like, that's insane.
For real. No. For real. You should be offended.
Highly. You should be highly offended. Insane, man.
And Chris, before you go, you want to give a shout out to our people?
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna show it to you again because it's almost gone. M. Joseph Creations makes these wonderful candles. Not just the Alphavets. You don't have to get the AV ones, although I highly recommend the Alpha Male. It smells amazing. Good stuff. He does a really good job. And you can order a candle. Use promo code Alphavets. Go to mjosephcreations.com. Promo code Alphavets. He's got a lot of cool stuff in there. A lot of good scents, little smell goods. And listen, some candles are not great for you to be burning. The chemicals and stuff they put in them, these are good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay.
They're high quality candles.
Yes. Yes. Or, you know, if you want a cool little hat like this one right here, because I love the logo.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. You can go to godfirstgear.com. You can get use our promo code there too. And you don't just have to get the AV stuff. You don't have to be biased.
No.
You can help them out. Again, small businesses, man. We got to take care of small businesses, right? You can get it's 10% off, right, with our promo code at godfirstgear. Is it 10% off?
Yeah.
And that's on everything they got. And as always, you can use our promo code at Alphavets at MyPillow.com. MyPillow is, I got so many MyPillows now.
Dude, everything in my bedroom is MyPillow.
Well, you get one, and then of course, my daughter's like, "Oh, I want a MyPillow," and then it's like, "Okay,
you get a MyPillow,"
and then
and
the dog beds.
MyPillow.
Don't get me started on the dog beds. I miss my dog, but he loved his MyPillow dog. I had to get 2 of them because he kept making me drag. We had one upstairs. I only had one of the MyPillow. This is a funny story, man. I had one of the MyPillow beds for him, and he loved that thing. And he would whine to go upstairs, but my dog, they're pack animals, so he wants to be where we're at. So he would, about 7 o'clock, he would start whining, ooh, like, I'm ready to go upstairs. And you're like, oh, you ready to go upstairs? Boom, because he wanted to go lay in his bed. So it got to where I would, if I didn't want to go upstairs, I'd have to go bring it downstairs so he could lay on it, and I'd have to set it right by us. So I ended up buying him 2. One for upstairs, one for downstairs, so I could stop dragging it up and down the stairs. He loved it though. He would whine just so he could go upstairs and lay in his bed. Like,
no, there's a bunch of stuff, and hey, obviously supporting MyPillow, Mike Lindell, and their whole organization. That's good too. But they're giving away some pretty amazing stuff, and they're still doing it. Of the 6-pack bath towel sets, okay, they're basically first come first serve. They're flying fast. They always do. They get sold out. But you can if you go to mypillow.com, you not only can you save up to 80% with our promo code. If your order is over $100, they're going to give you free shipping plus $100 in free digital gifts. So that's pretty sweet in itself. And again, I don't think there is a pillow. I don't know, man. I've had some pillows that aren't MyPillow. I really like my MyPillow.
Dude, I travel with it. Now, if I'm flying, I don't bring it with me, obviously. But when we go, I bring MyPillow everywhere I go. If I'm going on a road trip, it goes with me. And my fan. Gotta have my fan.
That's
when me and Iz went to Vegas. There was a fun. Didn't you? We had to find an app. It's the white noise. Yeah. I thought that was cool that me and him both like got to have some kind of white noise to fall asleep because I don't know if that's I
can't sleep in silence
thing. I don't know. No, because I hear the ringing in my ears, so I hear that just all the time. So I gotta have a fan, but Iz was like, "Don't worry, I got." Because it's like, I couldn't bring my fan on the plane. You know, you can't bring a fan with you. He's like, "I got an app," and I was like, "What?"
Dude, in my room, I have a fan in each corner, both pointing at me from the opposite directions. I'm not even joking you. It's a whirlwind in there, and I love it. And and I got my 8 MyPillows just all around me. Yeah, I'm a pillow guy. I like to be comfy, like sitting like a king. Just you can't even see me. There's so many MyPillows.
Like a little fort.
It's my fort, all right?
Did you ever build those when you were a kid? I think every kid.
Yes.
Did any of y'all in the chat? Like when I think that's a rite of passage when you're a kid to build a fort like out of blankets and sheets and stuff with the chairs. Everybody hangs out in the living room. You just camp out. Do kids do that anymore, or is it just strictly PlayStation and video games now?
Well,
and
not only did we do that, but there was times. So I was homeschooled until the 5th grade. So I would get up early, do my schooling, and be done by 7:30, 8 a.m. Well, all the kids have to go to school, not this guy, And so we lived on 7 acres of like just pine trees, woods, and I loved it. And I would just disappear. I would disappear all day, and I would go back. I'd come back, and later in the afternoon, my mom would be like, "Where you been?" I'd be like, "I'm building stuff." And I'd just be in the woods building tree forts.
Yeah, man. See, I feel like, man, I hope in the future. I mean, yes, does technology make your life easier? But I hope our kids can get back to like what a lot of us had growing up. Like I remember is when I would visit my grandma in West Virginia. Now, my grandma, in West Virginia, they say the holler. you live up the holler. My grandma lived in a holler. It was a dirt road, and the only people that lived way back up in the holler was my family, my uncles, my aunts, cousins, my grandma, and I mean it's back there, down by Clear Creek, West Virginia. Now, when I was a kid going visit, I'm coming from California. We don't have it's California. So when I would go home, come to my grandma's house, I loved it. I could just go out in the woods, man, and just explore. And my grandma one day, she showed me you ever had a morel mushroom? Have any of y'all in the chat ever had a morel mushroom? If you're from West Virginia, you haven't had one. I would be highly surprised. Well, it's a mushroom. It looks like a wrinkled up sack. It's ugly mushroom. It's very ugly, but you get enough of them. You slice those things up and fry them like with flat, like you would chicken, like dip them in flour and fry them. Oh my God, they taste so good. And my grandma would like go in the woods and bring me back as many as you could find. And I would come back with bags.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
And she would fry them up. Oh, so good, man. So good. But that's stuff we did when we were kids. Nowadays,
yeah,
I would like to get back to that. Go outside until the lights come on. If you don't have anything, do you make up a game? You ever do that when you're bored with your sisters? Just make up a game. Me and my sister would play a fishing game. She would hide behind the couch, and I would dip a fishing rod back there, and she would hook stuff to it, and I would pull it up. That's what we did back then. We didn't have VCR. That was before VCRs, bro.
Before VCR?
Before VCR. I remember when we got a VCR, I thought I was the coolest kid on the block, man. I went and got Back to the Future to watch.
That's what I was raised up with, was VCR, for sure. That's where I started.
With a VCR.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that VCRs were in for a while.
And VCRs were in for like,
the
first 15 years of my life.
And then the DVDs came out. It was
gone. And then DVDs came out, and then boom. Blu-ray had a thing for like maybe a year. They're like, hey, look at us. And then they're like, yeah, you're done. And then it just things started advancing.
That's
so
old
fast.
Tech. Now we got 4K. Before long, everything you're gonna have like live movie scenes in your house. It's gonna be like you're in the movie while you're watching it. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be crazy.
I do. So it was actually really cool though, because me and my cousin, we would go up to my grandma's cabin every. They would just take us two up there like once a year, and so they had this big box, and they had an Atari in it, right?
Oh, Atari!
And so not only was this like a mint condition Atari, but they had over 500 games, dude, of this massive box of just every Atari game you could ever see or think of. And we would just go through it and play all the different Atari games. And it's just like, people have no idea I know a lot of people do. I'm saying like anybody my age or younger, they don't even know what an Atari is.
No, man. I remember the 2600 from Atari. I remember the commercial. Had you Atari playing the little Indy 500 game or Dig Dug or any. Yeah, man. I mean, the games, I'm not going to lie, games today, they're nice. They're good, but I don't even, I don't play them like that. My kids do, though. Well, they're not kids anymore. My young adults do.
Yes, Raven, bring back Blockbuster.
Oh, my God. Was that not the best?
It was so nostalgic. Or I shouldn't say nostalgic. It is now to think about it, but to walk in there on a Friday night.
Yes. New release, or on Tuesday. Tuesday was new release day.
Dude. Or like my sisters, my parents would be looking for movies, and me, I'm looking for, can I get a movie and can I rent a video game?
Yeah, can I get a game and a movie? Yeah,
that's fine. Oh, sick! This could be the best Friday ever.
Yeah,
those
were the days, man. You go to Blockbuster, You could get the popcorn, the can, everything you need right there if you wanted to for a movie night.
Yeah.
You might run into somebody you know. Hey, have a conversation. That's what we've gotten away from, man. Everything's stay at home, right? Stay at home. Don't even venture out. We don't want y'all talking to each other. That's the last thing we want, is for y'all to actually have a conversation and talk to each other, because then we can't lie to you incessantly all the time.
Yeah.
Right? I would love it. Would just bring back nostalgia. I told you, I've shared some of my ideas with Iz about business concepts in the future. It's going to happen. Because I believe firmly, if we want to make our country great, we got to get back to when things were, when we didn't have all this chaos in society and nobody cared about race. We all just kind of got along. Everybody was chilling.
There's a scripture you reminded me of.
Oh, I like that.
That Paul says, oh my gosh, type. I can't quote it, so. All right, yes. 1 Thessalonians 4:11. We're going to go in the Passion Translation. Aspire to lead a calm and peaceful life. In a lot of translations, it says a simple life. As you mind your own business and earn your living. Just as we've taught you. By doing this, you will live an honorable life, influencing others and commanding respect of even unbelievers. Then you'll be in need of nothing and not dependent upon others. Paul telling everybody, just live a simple life, man. A calm and peaceful one. Don't need to go out and showboat.
No,
Don't
man.
need a
Simple life.
flashy, just live a simple life. And I think, that's what the American dream has kind of always been. But with the way the economy has gone and how it's kind of, it died in 2009, all that stuff, it kind of disappeared because everybody's like struggling. Not everybody, but it's times are tough. I don't even have kids. I don't even have a wife, and I'm
yet.
I'm not in the position I wanted to be at this point in my life, but that's okay though too. I talk about like fake broke, dude. Fake broke. Got all these assets everywhere, but not much checking account.
Right. It's everywhere, but exactly. But that's where your faith comes in, man, because you believed in investing in those wells, and one day those wells are going to explode. But yeah, it's like, you got stuff and you're like, I'm not touching it. I'll just live paycheck to paycheck and leave it where it's at, and then one day I won't have to live paycheck to paycheck.
Right. No, I thoroughly know that God's word does not come back void. He does not want us to live in poverty. He said Jesus died so we could be made rich in all things. Okay, that's every aspect of your life. I think it just comes to standing the test of time, just like Paul says, when you can't stand no more and you've waged a good war, stand some more. Like you just stand some more and just, I put out that verse on X that each day is a test, is an opportunity. Each test that God gives you is an opportunity to trust him more. And he's going to bring his fulfillment. Matthew 6:33, seek him first. Seek first the kingdom and all his righteousness, and everything else shall be added unto you. That's everything, right? It's just the timing part that we all have a problem with. But his word does not come back void. So if we just stand the test of time, he's going to bring us out of it, no matter what the economy looks like. Amen? All right.
That's right. That's right. Hey, you said you don't got to work tomorrow, so this just popped
I
up
do have a 9-hour class tomorrow, but
Oh, okay. Well, one more video because this is John Solomon. We'll just end the show with John. How's that sound? So Nick Sorter just posted, I guess he was over here on Fox.
I think other government officials are in danger of being indicted in the coming weeks. Some in the FBI,
Let's go.
Parts of the government. This is the beginning of a large accountability roundup in government. And I think what's really remarkable, most of my career I've spent uncovering FBI cover-ups. The FBI has a long history of misleading Congress. Comey falls into that. But the evidence against Comey tonight comes from the FBI and its new director, Kash Patel, who promised radical transparency. And he actually provides the key piece of evidence that leads to this indictment. If you're a member of Congress and you've been tired of lying, being lied to by the FBI, tonight's the first time the FBI actually did something about it. They turned in their own man tonight. I think that's an extraordinary part of this story.
Yeah, we're going to have a really deep dive into all of this tomorrow. And hopefully all of you will be back with us. We appreciate it.
Booyah. Oh,
They're
toast,
toast, bro.
They're toast, bro. They're toast. So we'll celebrate. Oh, we got a food.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
2 boxes. All right. Listen, we have 2 boxes of food. A Moink box, Good Ranchers box. Okay.
You stayed.
If you've stayed till the end. Sorry, we're just sitting here, just running our chops.
Happens.
If you've won before, I would just ask that you give somebody else an opportunity to get some food. Okay. So if there's anybody out there, you know how we do this. You've been here a while. Until what is today? 25th. So I can write these down. Say food in the chat if you need some food. Nothing to be ashamed of. So I'll wait a minute. I know you need some food. He's like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Okay. God provides for me daily.
Do, 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 do. Yes, I got your info. Yes, I did. Danius, food for a friend. Okay, we can do that.
That's good.
Do that. Yeah. I'm going to write that down. You know what to do. Danius, email us, alphavetsme@gmail.com. D. Hammett. D. Hammett. All right. Okay. D. Hammett and Danius, if you will email us at alphavetsmedia@gmail.com. For a friend, I'm going to write. Give us your name, username, or in Daniel's case, your friend's name and info. And then we need to know if they have any food allergies, because we don't want to make anybody sick. Okay. And again, these are provided by some people who wish to remain anonymous, who just want to feed the sheep. Okay. Right. That's how we take care of each other. Right. So we thank them very much. Our donors for these food boxes. We thank them so much for what they do. But if you could email us and we will. What? Wow, shut up. That just gave me goosebumps, man. He said, you chose Grace Rose a box a week before the townhouse was flooded by a cracked toilet in the middle of the night. Your food was all that would survive the flood. Wow. That's I mean, not awesome. I'm sorry.
No, it's terrible, but like
it's terrible.
You got in the little things, man.
Yes. There you go. That's what I was going with. But sounded like, oh, great, your town. That's not what I meant. That's wow. Yeah. So thank you all so much. Again, if I called your name for the food, just email us, please, alphavetsmedia@gmail.com. Post haste. You know, we like to get these to our donors.
Snap.
Yes.
Snap.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Sometimes it's frustrating. I pick somebody and then they don't contact us, and I'm like, okay. So please contact us if I called your name so we can get something squared away for you, okay? With that said, let's see what tomorrow brings. We'll keep watching Silver. I'm excited, man. I remember
weeks.
when we were excited. I remember back the days. Ooh, it's $22 today. It hit $22. And now we're at $45.
You're dang right. You're dang right. And it's only going to keep going.
Right. One day we'll be like, I remember when we were happy about 45 when it's at like 200. Like, man, I remember those were the days. Oh, dude, that was, you can be like, that was 4 months ago. I'm like, yeah, it was crazy times.
Right, it was crazy times.
I'm not putting a time frame on it. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't put a time frame on it. He said it was going to be $200 in 4 months. No, I didn't. I was just joking around. Dang, there was one more thing that you sent me I wanted to talk about, like about them taking the vote on the one world government, but we'll talk about that on Monday.
We'll talk about
yeah. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Listen, again, situational awareness, man. Things are getting spicy. Temperature gauge is definitely
spicy.
You know what these people like to do when bad news comes their way. So just keep your eyes peeled, okay? If you don't have to go out, don't go out anywhere. Go hang out with your family somewhere. Go find a nice quiet park. Go for a hike. Go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or do like I do. I like to
go
sit on my back porch.
I'm gonna go find somewhere where it's just dead silence.
Yeah.
And just listen.
Yeah. That's why I love would you say it's pretty peaceful in my backyard on the back patio?
Yeah.
It's pretty quiet. It's pretty peaceful.
Unless the neighbor's mowing.
Yeah, unless the neighbor's mowing. Yeah. Right. I'm like, of all days, we're out there. I'm like, sure, of course he would mow today of all days when it's
Yeah, he starts mowing. We start doing the fireside.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. That's great. Yeah.
All
all right,
right,
y'all. We love you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Holla at your boy.
Holla.
See ya.